Hello everyone, thank you for joining your boy Universe Productions here for another tarot video. It's been quite some time since I posted a tarot video. I've been really focused on my podcast and doing personal readings and doing readings and new spaces that I've been invited to. So I'm coming back to the table. I feel like this is a good time, especially during new moon in Gemini. I'm sorry, full moon in Gemini. Excuse me for that. We are in full moon in Gemini, and Gemini is all about information. It's all about technology. It's all about giving information. So I'm not surprised that I'm starting to bring this back out during this new moon, full moon. I don't know why I keep saying new moon, full moon in Gemini. Okay, so maybe I need to do a podcast on the full moon in Gemini. So yeah, I've been focused on my podcast. My podcast is Astrological Updates. Is also where I do interviews. It grew another branch, and this branch is where I do interviews with people, hearing their stories, and they can share their spiritual stories, spiritual experiences. And then we publish it out to the public, and we have a pretty good following. So if you're interested in the podcast for astrological updates and hearing other people's story for just encouragement and uplifting, I am putting the podcast link down in the description box. So let's get started here. So we have three different piles. This is going to be about this is going to be about our workplace, our job. Okay. Excuse me a second. We spend a lot of time at work, and so a lot of the times, whatever's going on at work, we carry it, and it can affect many areas of your life. So, I want to do this reading in an attempt to encourage somebody who might be going through something difficult at work, and just give you some insight on what spirit would like to give you, or some encouragement. Okay, so we have pile number one, okay, pile number two, and pile number three. Okay, so just spend some time thinking about which card is yours. Really feel the energy. Ask spirit which pile will resonate with you the most. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and start with pile number one. So I'm going to go ahead and move these cards, put pile number two and pile number three on the side. Okay, so the top card, we're going to start off with the top card. So welcome pile number one. We're going to start off with the top card, and this card is just going to be the introduction to what you're going through. So let's go ahead and flip it and see what Spirit has to say. Queen of Swords energy. Okay, Queen of Swords. Spirit, what are you saying about Queen of Swords for pile number one? Yeah, pile number one, you are living in the best life. Like you can be in a very high position at your workplace, or you could be somebody that's involved with like communication or speaking a lot. I hear speaking engagements, like literally I heard in my ear mic. So you could be someone that speaks, even sing. Someone who is creative and artistic. I'm getting that with the Queen of Swords as well, because the Queen of Swords is all about intellect. But if you look on the card as well, you see like butterflies. That's artistry. That is transformation. Okay, that is taking something in its beginning stages and working on it and creating out of it something different. Right, just like how a butterfly is. You could be going through a transformation. Okay, I'm also sensing with the butterfly, this pile could be evolving or going to a higher position at their workplace. I also sense that there could be a promotion. Okay, now with the Queen of Swords, where her hand held like the way it is, as if she held on to, like she's holding on to something, I feel like there's two different messages here. For the first message for pile number oneers is hold, like you are getting grabs, you're getting understanding, you're getting a grip on things. Okay, now there for the second message here for my other pile number oneers is that there's something that you're holding on to that spirit is asking you to release. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and pull some more cards. Now, I'm curious to know what this holding on is. So I am going to go ahead and ask Spirit, what is for the pile number one message about that they have a grip on the situation, or they have a handle on it. What message do you have for them? Yeah, the Knight of Wands. You're holding onto your power. You're understanding the level of power that you're operating in. Okay, you're becoming enlightened. With the Queen of Swords, you can see like the light over top of her head. She's becoming enlightened. Okay, and with this Knight of Wands, if this message resonated with you, with her hand, as if you was holding something or you're getting a grip on it. With the Knight of Wands, you are operating in your power. Okay, I also sense destiny. I hear destiny, that you're also operating in your destiny. Okay, so pile number one, if you are getting a grip on things and you feel that and you sense that happening in your life, keep on moving forward, because I see Aries energy. Like Spirit is really Aries, Sagittarius, and Leo with fire energy. If you have any of those in your high placements, this could be a sign that this message is for you. If you're not those fire signs, that does not mean that, but that can just be a confirmation for whoever Spirit is trying to give the confirmation to. Okay. Spirit can talk to all of us at the same time and individually all at the same time. Okay, Queen of Swords energy. That's Queen of Swords energy, all right? So let's talk for the pile number oneers, the people who have to release something, get something out of their hands. What is the message, Spirit, that you want to speak to them? The Sun card. Yeah, letting go of some things. The child in the Sun card is the child is just pretty much free. The way that the child is stretching his arms out is just saying like, I'm free, like I released everything, I let everything go, right? And like the individual here is naked. Like, what better explanation to give than nakedness is when you just be yourself and let everything go. So I feel like for this pile, if the message is about letting go for you, it's letting go of the ego. Okay, it's letting go of whatever is holding you back from moving forward in the direction that you want to go, or the career that you want to go. Okay, but I do see you eventually letting go, eventually releasing. Okay. Thank you, Spirit, for that message. And then we have the Knight of Swords here in the back of the deck, which is the summary. You're moving forward. You're moving forward fast, and nothing's going to stop you, okay? Especially during this full moon in Gemini energy, we have a lot of swords. Gemini is the sign of the swords, or the air signs, and the signs of intellect. So you're getting a lot of strategy, okay, pile number one? So let's go ahead, and I'm going to leave these cards out here, and I'm just going to go ahead and pull some more encouraging messages for this pile, see what Spirit has to say concerning the situation at work or whatever's going on. Okay, we have, so I call these my scripture deck. They're Bible cards, pretty much, of scriptures, and I pull them sometimes for encouragement, okay? It says, fear God, for God has not given us a spirit of fear and timidity, but of power, love, and self-discipline. Okay, so for this pile, you could be just coming out of the season of fear, a season of lack, a season of like lacking understanding or having truth or walking in your truth, because it's very important, pile number one, that you walk in your truth wherever you go, especially in the workplace. Okay, and then so Spirit doesn't want you operating in fear, okay, or timidity. Okay, Spirit wants you to operate in power, love, and self-discipline. Okay, and what that does is, if you are a manager or a supervisor, power, love, and self-discipline is the great ingredients in order to mentor or help your staff develop. Okay, you got to have power, because you got to be able to fuel that development. You have to be able to feed that development. You have with resources, right? And getting resources, and love, meaning that you operate in understanding that they're not there yet, right? And you have patience with that, and you're willing to still stick out the work with them. And self-discipline, okay? Self-discipline, knowing how to discipline yourself, okay? And discipline does not mean suppress yourself, right? It means expressing yourself in a way that can be um, persuasive for people, where people can understand, where you can um, operate in a way where um, people will respect you, okay, because you're operating in self-discipline. All right, and here it is with the Nine of Pentacles. Like, you're operating in a greater level of yourself, like just growing in power, growing in influence. Okay, this is a very influential person. All right, so Spirit, is there anything else for pile number one, at their workplace? Any encouragement? Anything else you would like to share with my pile number ones? Okay, these readings won't be long because I'm getting back into the groove of things, so just bear with me. So, I mean, I'll be listening to some tarot readers, and they be almost 2 hours. Like, I can't wait till I get there. I just be so exhausted after a little while. Okay, yeah, sometimes you have to be selfish. Pile number one with the Five of Swords. Okay, you also could be in the middle of making a very powerful decision with the Two of Swords. Okay, and the Page of Pentacles is also, I'm seeing that same theme of holding things, gathering, like getting something, getting a hand on something. And also, it's the releasing for the other half of the pile. If it's all about releasing, this is you releasing. Okay. So thank you, pile number one. I appreciate you sending love and light, and yeah, good job. Like, this was a really good reading. Keep on doing what you're doing, and operating at the capacity that you're operating in. Okay, love and light. Hey, pile number two. Thank you for joining me for this reading. This reading is about your workplace, your job. Spirit just giving you some encouragement, Spirit giving you some information, something that's going to support you, something that's going to edify and build you up. Okay, so we're going to first pull this card. This is the identifying card. This is the card that's going to introduce what the issue is or what the challenge could be going on. Okay, in the workplace, or it could be success. Okay, doesn't have to be a challenge. Page of Pentacles. Okay. Ooh. Seven of Pentacles, excuse me. Seven of Pentacles for pile number two. But I feel like I called out the Page of Pentacles for a reason. Now, this card is the Seven of Pentacles, okay? This is the card of preparing for something great, preparing for something big, putting in the work and practicing, so that you can be able to perform at the capacity that you like to perform. I feel like that this pile number two, you are like Page of Pentacles that came out when I first said when I first pulled the Seven of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles is opportunity. There's an opportunity of development and growth. I see you maybe getting into school, getting into a program, getting some type of certificate on the area that you're studying or that you're working in, because Spirit really like want to grow you in such a phenomenal way. Like with the Seven of Pentacles, I see the trophy up there in the corner right here. Like, Spirit wants to show you off as a trophy in whatever career that you're in. Okay, and in order to do that with the Seven of Pentacles is work. Okay, it's putting in that work, and Spirit is just encouraging you to put in that work that you need to put in order to get where you're trying to get to. Okay. You could be someone that works in catering. You could be someone that works with food. I'm seeing food here. If that's for you, and it doesn't rule out everybody, and if you're not into food, if that's not the job you're in or the career, but there's a message for the people that work in the food section or work at a job handling food. Okay. If you've been considering going into like culinary arts and going into like the field that's all about the art of making food, I see an opportunity with the Page of Pentacles in my spiritual eye. I see an opportunity coming for you, but Spirit wants you to be equipped. Spirit wants you to be ready. Spirit wants you to be strong. Okay, and that means you have to practice, and that you have to really dig into like your heels into what you're trying to do and where you're trying to go. Okay, so let's pull some more tarot cards to see what Spirit has to say more to my pile number twos. Okay, but then there's also the message of like Don't push yourself too hard, okay? Even though you are working hard and you're trying to get where you need to be, make sure you also take leisure, okay? I mean, God Himself, took a rest, right, on the seventh day after 6 days of work. And then we go 30 days before we actually take a rest, right? And never say that rest ended. And so that means is that learning how to practice rest or practice self-care, right? Moving in the world in a rested state, right? You can achieve that through meditation by doing things that you love, going for walks, okay? Connecting with nature. Yo, that's crazy. Ace of Pentacles. So when I was saying the Page of Pentacles, I also was thinking about the Ace of Pentacles, which is opportunity. Like I said, this power opportunity is coming. Okay, with the Ace of Pentacles, you are being giving an opportunity, but the door that's going to open for you, you have to walk through. Okay, with this Ace of Pentacles and that door, you have to walk through that door. You have to walk through this opportunity. Okay, because there's so much more that Spirit is trying to give you. Okay, I see something with the finances. Like pile number one had a lot of swords. You have a lot of pentacles, which is opportunity, which is growing, which is wealth. Okay, which is development. So you could be someone that's already operating in wealth or being famous. Okay, TV shows type of situation. Okay. Now with the Tower card in reverse, all right. I feel like whenever the Tower card comes out in a reading that I'm doing, it typically represents to me that this person is not fully grasping what you're saying. Okay? And so with the Tower card in reverse here, I feel like it's crazy because what I'm seeing here is like if the Tower card is upright, the people are falling and they're falling on their heads. Right? They going face first. But when it's in reverse, they're gonna land on their feet. I feel like this message for this power is that despite what might blow up or what might come up or what might like blow up in your face, something you didn't expect to happen, you will land on your feet. Okay? You will survive the situation and the storm because Spirit is behind you and Spirit is supporting you. Okay, I see Spirit for pile number two. I try to keep it equitable and make sure I pull the same amount of cards, but Spirit is really calling me to my Kali Oracle cards. I'm gonna go ahead and pull a Kali Oracle, and we got number three, which is Kaladhara. Okay, so these are my Kali Oracle cards. Okay, and they give us great insight. So number three, let me read just a few paragraphs on this because I feel like this message might be for my pile number two. Okay, card messages. Kalahara. She is not bound by appearances, opinions, or material limitations. She is both the void and the infinite, creative potential that arises from it. Do not be afraid of uncertainty. If you feel you are without resources, take comfort now. Where there is lack, she restores abundance. She can bring forth exquisite blessing and glorious manifestation from the sacred expanse of nothingness. Your soul can rely upon her completely. Cast your fears away. Hers is the power of the universe, combined with the generosity of grace. Okay, I'm gonna read this first paragraph. When hope is lost and a way forward cannot be sensed, Kalahara arises as a reminder of endless creativity and resourcefulness of the divine feminine. Her love will always find a way. If the way does not yet exist, then it shall be created. If you cannot see or feel how to move from where you are now to where you want to be, Kali's wisdom and grace manifest to provide what is needed at the perfect time. Prepare yourself by regularly connecting to your heart as you remain open to receive inner guidance on how to proceed. Also, take take rest and be at peace in your connection with her. If inhibiting or obstructing forces are at work, she knows how to use them so that we grow stronger rather than weaker. And when the time is right, annihilates them, thus ceasing their influence over us or our affairs. Okay? So there is the Kali Ma message. I'm going to go ahead and pull some scripture card real quick, see if Spirit has to say anything through the Bible. Okay. And we have Romans 12 and 10. Be devoted to one another in love. Honor one another above yourselves. Okay. Spirit, what are you... Okay, so with this be devoted to one another in love, I feel that there is a community that this pile number 2, you will be involved in. This community will support you and help you get to the next level. Okay? It's because you have been humbled enough to understand that your weaknesses or whatever has been inhibiting your progress in community or with people, like the drama, you dealt with those drama triggers. Okay, this, like, I feel like there's just this drama trigger that this pile or some people in this pile might have. What that, and I completely made that up. But what I mean by drama trigger is those things that people say and do that immediately tick you off, and then you just go for it, and that's it. You're being cleansed from that. Spirit is taking that away from you. It does not belong to you. It was taught behavior, is what I'm sensing. Okay, so thank you, pile number 2. I appreciate you. Hopefully this message encouraged you. Hopefully this message builds you up. I mean, I feel the energy for this pile heavy, so I'm going to go ahead and pull 2 cards before we end, just to see what more Spirit has to say. But yeah, look, the Empress card, I feel good energy. Like, the Empress card is crazy. The Empress card is crazy. It's like the creative power that is about to come into your life, pile number 2. You're going to not even know, like, it's clarifying the Tower card. It's like you don't know how creative you are. Okay, but Spirit is about to show you. And here's one more scripture card. It says, my health may fail and my spirit may grow weak, but God remains the strength of my heart. He is mine forever. Psalm 73:26. Okay, so be encouraged, y'all. If y'all going through a tough time, just know that the opportunity is coming. Just keep on working. The tough time is just you're feeling the fatigue of the work that you've been doing, right? Just keep on going through that work. Keep on pushing. You got this. You're going to make it. And sending love and light. Thank you, pile number 2. Hey, pile number 3. Thank you so much for joining my YouTube video talking about jobs, talking about the workplace, what's going on at the workplace, how Spirit can encourage you and give you some direction. Okay, so this is the introduction card. I'm going to flip this card, and then we're just going to go ahead and get into the reading to talk about what Spirit wants to say to you about your workplace. King of Pentacles. Wow. Pile number 3. Like, it just keeps getting better each pile. Like, King of Pentacles is like the boss, right? It's someone who proven themselves, someone who pioneered, someone who created and paved the way for themselves. The flowers I'm getting here is homage, is respect, it's the offerings from people. Okay, I also sense that it's gentleness and it's loving and it's kindness. Okay, and I feel like that the position that you're in, you bring a very unique aspect to it. Okay, in a way where you know how to be gentle. It's like you're a gardener. The King of Pentacles is looking over a garden. Okay, so you could be supervising, you could be in a high position. Okay, watching over some things that require gentleness. Okay, Spirit is giving you greater insight in how to move forward with something. Okay, like, I see, like, there's a glow behind his head, and people don't even know, like, they don't even know his capabilities, right? But when you see that glow behind his head, there's so much inside of him that they have not seen, heard yet, right? And it's about to start showing, because you're stepping in your power. You're stepping in your manifestation. Okay, you manifested this role, you manifested this position, right? And Spirit is bringing you into a place where you're taking ownership with the King of Pentacles. You're taking ownership of what's yours. Okay. Then we have the Empress card. The Empress card was also in pile number 2. So if you may feel drawn to pile number 2, you might want to hop over there too, because that card also came out there. So the Empress card and the King of Pentacles, that's giving me like creative manifestation power. Like creating something, making something new, something that people never seen before. Okay, you could be working on a new project, a new opening of a store, or a new opening of a program, or something that's fresh and beginning that you are being you're leading as the King of Pentacles. You're watching over it. Okay, the pinnacle that's in his hand, he is taking good care of it. Okay, he's stewarding over it. It's like, it's so huge that it's like he mixed all the pinnacles all together at once and created this big thing. And so if unity is what's needed for this pile in your workplace, I see Spirit bringing unity. Okay. Page of Pentacles also came out. I want to be careful. I want to make sure you guys see my shuffle. But the Page of Pentacles came out on the deck while I was just shuffling. So that was also in pile number 2. So this might be a sign to go to pile number 2 after you do pile number 3. Okay. But Page of Pentacles is you with the Knight of King of Pentacles. I'm getting that you will mentor or help other page of people that's new in the field or new to what you are operating in. Okay. You can be a leader to them, but I see you supporting them and teaching them how to manifest at the same capacity that you manifest, okay? Yeah, there's no more contemplating about it. I hear don't contemplate about it. Operate in your capacity, in your power, and your gifting, okay? Bring balance. Bring balance into what needs to be balanced, okay? So with the Knight of King of Pentacles, I'm sensing the Emperor card in reverse. There's people who want your position. Okay, so Spirit, let's talk about that. What's going on with people who, yeah, with the Magician card, I'm getting that, like the Magician card with the Empress, the Emperor, and they're both in reverse. This is manipulators, okay? People who's trying to manipulate you out of your position, okay? But Spirit won't allow that to happen, okay? Because you're protecting and you're nurtured with the Queen of Pentacles. So many Pentacle cards, okay? Thank you, Spirit. And we got a couple major arcanas as well. So this energy is a bit heavy, okay? The Knight of Pentacles. Take your time with it. Be patient. Don't rush the process, okay? Take your time with it and move. And just build relationship. Just build relationship. I feel like that's the strategy that Spirit is giving you right now, okay? With the manipulators, is just build relationship and take your time and be patient, okay? So, all right, so I pulled some Bible cards, scripture cards with the other piles. So I'm going to go ahead and pull some scripture cards to see what Spirit has to say concerning that. I feel I need to pull 2. Peacemakers who sow in peace reap a harvest of righteousness. Okay, so peacemakers are people who do things that's going to bring peace, right? It doesn't mean being non-active. It means be very much active in creating a space of peace, okay? So that means and with this pile is like I said, with the conflict and people who want your position, the peacemaker, you be a peacemaker here, because you'll reap a harvest of righteousness. And what that means is you'll be rewarded. You'll be recognized for that. Rejoice with those who rejoice, weep with those who weep. Just as a leader, just be mindful of being able to move with the energy. Okay, rejoice with those who rejoice and weep with those who weep. Move with the energy. Okay, know the energy. Be acquainted with the energy. Okay, if you're a leader, stay connected with the people you're leading. Hear them out. Connect with them. Okay. So there you have it, pile number 3. Be encouraged. You know, this is pretty good reading. Make sure you look at pile number 2. So many synchronicities came out. But yeah, here's your reading for your workplace, some encouragement on some direction on what to do. But please make sure you access my podcast. The link is in the description box. Sending so much love and light your way. Be blessed.